What's up guys, welcome back to the Almighty, and in today's video I wanted to share my first impressions on Bully, as this game actually impressed me and it was very surprising to say the least, especially considering my expectations on the game beforehand. So it was really crazy, and we're going to be getting into my impressions on this game in this video. So let's not waste any time, let's get straight into the video. Now, getting into Bully, I honestly wasn't really expecting to enjoy this game and have fun with it. I did know it was, developed by Rockstar Games, so of course the game was going to be good, but considering the concept of it and what it's about, especially like from my point of view when I heard about it, I wasn't really expecting to enjoy the game. But when I actually got into it, man, this game actually impressed me, and it taught me a lesson never to underestimate any Rockstar game, because this game was just as enjoyable as the others. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the gameplay, because that's one of my favorite things with this game, Bully, because it is just so fun. Now, the combat is really good, like a lot of the early 2000 Rockstar games, combat was really good and it's pretty fun. There's grabbing, you can even give a bunch of other kids in the school some wedgies, and it's just super fun. There's also a bunch of carnival rides you can do, some fun mini games, and it's overall a really good time. Some lock picking, and also just being an absolute nuisance in the school can be pretty fun as well. Just messing with the other kids, bad mouthing them, or just giving them a wedgie, or just starting a fight. It is pretty fun, as well as with the different weapons that you have throughout the game, like a slingshot, some eggs, and some other weapons that I know I'm going to unlock, further into the story. But it is super fun, and it's getting really interesting. I really like just riding around the world and the school with my skateboard, and surprisingly, it was actually really good. I was expecting it to be pretty clunky, but honestly, this game was actually pretty. Another thing you can do in this game is climb the trees near the football field and just use your slingshot to fire at these football players, which is one of my favorite things to do because it's so funny, and it's absolutely so fun to be a nuisance in this game and just prank these football players, and they can't catch you because you're in the tree, and I don't think they have climbing animations, so that's definitely not happening. But with the different options and weapons that this game gives you to just be an absolute nuisance, is super fun and definitely allows you to pull off pranks on other students that you wouldn't really do in real life. It really gives you that fantasy, which is what I really like about Rockstar Games, and they did not disappoint with this one, so this is definitely really fun. The missions in this game are pretty interesting and fun as well. There was this one where I had to egg this other guy's house, but I'm gonna get more into that later in the video. But yeah, this is really crazy and super fun. It's also nice to see how Rockstar implemented things from their other games into this one, because there were a bunch of other game mechanics and references that you can notice in this game. With the gangs, they're not actually gangs in this, obviously, but you've got the nerds, the jocks, the preps, the girly girls and all that stuff, and they kind of work like gangs just like they did in San Andreas, which is really nice to notice. That the prefects in this school are also basically cops. If they catch you doing something bad, they're gonna run after you and you have to hide from them until the heat dies down. So it's very nice noticing these things. There's also actual cops throughout the world, like the actual world outside of the school, so that's really awesome as well. And they actually work just like they did in the GTA games. For example, you're also enemies with the jocks and all that stuff, so when you do pass by them, they will actually attack you just like they do in San Andreas with the different gangs. So it is very nice to notice these things that they've implemented from their other games into this one, and it's crazy to that they actually did that. And with all of this and the gadgets and basically the weapons in this game, imagine if you could actually carry real guns. That would be very interesting. I'm just messing with you guys. I don't want to actually carry a gun in this game. Rockstar already had enough controversy during this time. Adding an actual gun into this game when you're playing as an actual kid and there are kids around you would be insane. But I'm pretty sure there are probably mods that, yeah man, I'm pretty sure there are probably mods. And who knows, I might download them sometime. I'm just messing with you guys, I'm just messing with you. But anyways, let's continue. Another factor that really surprised me with this game is the story. Now, with Rockstar Games, it's very common for them to have a really well-written story. I mean, it is Rockstar, But with this game, I wasn't really enjoying to enjoy the story or get interested in it, considering the concept of it and what it was about. But man, was I wrong. Like, this story, so far at least, it's really interesting, and I really like the characters. You know, you've got Jimmy Hopkins, you've got Gary, and you've got the other teachers in the game as well. You know, it is just really interesting, and the missions in the game, like I said earlier, are pretty fun as well. There was this one where I egged this other rich kid's house. I don't want to like get into spoilers or anything, but just so you know, this story is really good, and it's very funny as well. Like, these are like, the characters in the game are people that are actually like my age, and it's really funny. You know, sometimes I actually laugh when they say something in the story because it's just so funny. But the missions in this game are really interesting, really fun as well, and it's very different, you know, with the gameplay style and with the story, how they link together. It's kind of really different. You know, with Bully, there are a bunch of different chapters, and each chapter you face a different boss, and I was really surprised because I was not expecting Rockstar to do this type of stuff like boss battles. But of course, it is a different game from like Red Dead or GTA or Max Payne. It's a high school game, but the boss fights were actually really crazy and super fun, and I was not expecting this. Like, it was really surprising, you know, using your different weapons to defeat the boss fight, a slingshot or just using salt or eggs. Really interesting, and yeah man, like, this game just really surprised me, and I was not expecting to enjoy it. I can definitely see this being a type of game, you know, when you played it when it released, you know, coming back from school, just hopping on the game, being an absolute nuisance, you know, pranking the other kids, giving them wedgies and all that stuff. It is such a cool game, and it's so casual, you know. Just come back from work or school, played, have a good time, and that's honestly what I'm getting from this game. I am having such a good time with it. And I really like how they did classes in the game, having your own schedule, and you know, if you're tardy or late, you know, the prefects will run after you and take you to class. Really interesting and pretty smart. I also really like the mini games when you're actually doing the work in school. For example, with English, you know, I've been skipping class in this game. I'm not going to a single class. The only one I've done is English, so I don't really know the other ones. But with English, you know, you have a certain amount of letters, and then you have to use those letters to actually make a word. It's not fun, but it's definitely not boring, and I really like the way that they did it. But yeah, those are my first impressions on this game, Bully. Like, I was not expecting to actually enjoy it and have this much fun. Like, it's such a good game, and I'm really excited to finish this, you know, the game, finish the story. I'm gonna make a follow-up video on this, you know, why I appreciate Bully when I actually finish the game. But yeah man, I'm really enjoying it, and make sure to share your thoughts on Bully if you've played it, if you haven't played it, if you enjoyed it, if you didn't enjoy it, because I'm having a good time and I was not expecting that. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. We are so close to 200 subscribers. Literally, we are at 197 subscribers. So make sure to subscribe. Just walk over that subscribe button. It is right there. Just click it. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Just click the subscribe button. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. I love this game, and it really taught me to never underestimate any Rockstar game, no matter what it is. You know, Rockstar, man, I love you guys. But yeah, see you guys next time.